is why you fail.
I need to ask a question because of what is going on with movie theaters right now. I have to ask this. Movie theaters, are you done for? Well, I have seen some successes, like our local Avon Theater, for example, running on weekends, giving reduced prices, showing older movies when there's not newer movies to show. I'm also seeing things like AMC theaters going to weekends only, or some theaters just shutting down, period. I'm here today to tell you the real reason why you are failing. And honestly, it's not your fault. I'm looking at you, Hollywood. You see, that's right. It's the movie studio's fault. It's the movie studio's fault that theaters are failing. It's pretty plain and simple. They're not releasing any big blockbusters that people want to see. While they're pretending to do so, they haven't really tested out whether or not audiences are ready to go back to theaters. Don't get me wrong, I've gotten some enjoyment out of some of the movies they've released in theaters, but movies like Unhinged, The New Mutants, and Bill and Ted Face the Music aren't exactly gonna bring in the big bucks. And before you Christopher Nolan fanboys jump on me about, well, Tenet was gonna save theaters, it was a blockbuster. Tenet is not and was never gonna be a blockbuster, and Christopher Nolan is not a blockbuster director if he's not directing a Batman movie. I don't think he's that bad, but he's also not the second coming. You see, around the world, people's confidence in movie theaters is waning because movies like Wonder Woman 84, No Time to Die, Black Widow, and others are getting pushed back over and over again. In case you haven't figured it out, which I'm sure a lot of you have, movie theaters are only releasing movies that they don't have any real confidence in. Again, look at movies like Unhinged or The New Mutants. I mean, come on, other than to see if it was a complete shit show, who was really looking forward to The New Mutants? And sometimes the movies just go straight to streaming instead. I mean, look at the confidence that Disney had in Artemis Fowl. Then you get into situations where, well, they don't want to release it in theaters because they don't have the confidence in it, but they also don't want to lose some of the $200 million they spent making this movie, so then they try to gouge you by tacking on, along with your streaming service, an extra $30 to see movies like Mulan. No thank you, I'll wait. Well, I'm not saying that business model couldn't work for a movie like, say, Black Widow, which, by the way, Disney Plus, if you would have done that one instead of Mulan for $30, I'm sure people probably would have paid for it. But you see, they're going to save those big-time blockbuster movies that they think they can make 500, 600, 700 million to $1 billion or more dollars on because, can I bring you guys in on a little secret? The movie studios don't care about you. Movie studios don't give a flying about you. No. See, let me rephrase that. They care about something you have. It's something that is green and has dead presidents, some good, some bad on them. The studios only care about your money. I know, shocking, right? You see, though they pretend to not have money right now and they're looking for handouts and bailouts and things like that, I'm sure they've got plenty of money still coming in. Now, I'm not saying a lot of the big theater chains don't have money either, but they don't have the money that these studios have. While they can, they can weather the storm for a while, they definitely can't weather the storm as much as the big-time movie studios. The movie studios are going to be willing to wait to bring out their big blockbusters because they know eventually things are going to get better and then the moolah is going to be raking in again. You see, that's why they're not releasing big-time blockbusters in theaters right now. We had the James Bond movie coming up. They moved it. The next big one should be Wonder Woman 84 on Christmas, and that is if the world is better by then. Will they release it? I don't know. I've heard rumors that they may be releasing that on premium VOD. And honestly, what a Christmas that would be. But here's what I'm saying. Movie studios, grow some balls. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to pack theaters or anything. On the contrary, the theaters are doing the best they can to go by CDC guidelines and have social distancing. They're cutting out rows. They're not selling as many tickets. They can only have so many people in the building. They're trying their best. Unfortunately, movie studios are not. Again, for the Nolan fanboys. But Tenet was going to save theaters. It was never going to save theaters. We need a proven franchise, a proven blockbuster franchise to come into theaters right now just to see what would happen. Well, again, I don't think anyone wanted to see the New Mutants, really. I mean, come on, how long did it take to get that movie to just get an okay film? But people actually went out to that. When it came to theaters, all the seats they could fill at the theater I went to were filled. And while studios are not going to really get all the money they want from these blockbuster movies, to keep theaters going, to keep the studio somewhat going, they need to release a big movie. Honestly, it's a race to see who's going to do it first. Right now, it's going to be Warner Brothers. If they release Wonder Woman 84 on Christmas, they're going to be the first real test for this. While there are some movies that are supposed to be coming out, I mean, Ryan Reynolds just released a trailer for Free Guy, and it had a date on it, and it makes me wonder if it is going to come to theaters or if it's going to get pushed. I'm kind of hoping him releasing that trailer is a sign that no matter what, they're going to release that movie. I wouldn't exactly call that blockbuster material. It looks like a lot of fun, but it's not going to be a big blockbuster film. So yeah, Wonder Woman is going to be the first real test. I think you're up to it. So movie theaters, don't feel bad. I know you're having to cut your hours. People are losing their jobs. Theaters are even getting closed for good for now. But just know that ultimately, it's not your fault. Just like they're consumers, movie studios don't care about you either. So movie studios, here's the thing. I know you can wait longer than movie theaters. I know you can survive longer than movie theaters, but here's the real issue. If you wait too long, there won't be any movie theaters to bring out your big blockbusters in. And then you'll probably switch to premium VOD anyway. I guess what I'm saying is movie studios, grow a pair and take a chance on a blockbuster. You never know what's going to happen. Oh no, you might not make a profit of multi hundreds of millions of dollars. It might just be half that or something. Oh no, the humanity of it all. One thing I'm hoping to get out of this is that movie studios will actually have to bring us more quality movies versus just pumping out things to try to make a few quick bucks. I'm also happy to see that some theaters are bringing in smaller movies or more independent films, movies that wouldn't have got a chance against some of the bigger blockbusters before. Well, those movies and movies that studios really had no faith in anyway. So in conclusion, movie theaters, though it is not totally your fault, that is why you fail.